Bag, I want the bag. Work my way from a garden to a track. Flip it from a track to a plot full of acres. Do it for the farmers and the producers and the makers. What we even here for? Occasionally I ask it. I know it's more than struggling, anticipating the casket. Reap what we sow, trying to fill up my basket. Life's a plantation, I self-law and master. Over the plot I've been granted on this planet. Now it's slanted, cause the chosen been supplanted. But if you overstand it, it was spoken. Fractured, but we ain't broken. Even though some would rather play the role of token, we growing. Black through the essence of a presence. We carry the blood of gods, we carry the mind of peasants. Rich black gardens, future look more like Eden. Multiply seeds like the seed banks in Sweden. Rep my planners on plan according to season. B1 code, switching it up is treason. Black power, family what we eat. Either we get fed or we feed. B1AG.
What's growing on? What is growing on? What is growing on? Welcome to B1AG Daily Bread Podcast. I'm John Henry Harris, and here at B1AG, we talk about Black agriculture as it pertains to agricultural production, education, marketing, health, food, nutrition, and economics for the Black family and for the Black community. Welcome Black to the garden. Now, urban farming, it's a buzz topic. Community gardens, these are another buzz topic. Gardening in general, it's all in mainstream news. They're talking about it, they're pushing it. We here at B1AG push it. But today, our show, we want to talk about the real value of urban farming. And it's not just producing food. And this is just one of the things we just want to make sure that our audience understands that outside of, when you grow your own food, there is more value that you will receive outside of just having something to eat. So today we're going to deep dive on this topic. We're going to tackle it right now. Before we get started, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to B1AG Daily Bread Podcast on YouTube. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can make sure that we can get this message out to more people more efficiently and get these shackles of the algorithm off our hands and feet. Trying to get free, y'all, and we need your help. Like, share, and subscribe to B1AG Daily Bread Podcast on YouTube. Now, getting back to the topic at hand, the real value of urban farming. Now, this podcast was inspired by a report of an article done by at Johns Hopkins University at their Center for a Livable Future. Now, they were just studying urban farming and looking at all of the benefits of urban farming outside of just food. Now, one of the main things that they pointed out in this article is that urban farms will not feed entire cities, but that's not the point. They're not designed to feed the entire city. Now, if we look back to World War II, millions of Americans planted what we call victory gardens in their backyards, which eventually supplied a hungry nation with 40% of its homegrown fruits and vegetables. 40% of this country's homegrown fruits and vegetables came from victory gardens in the communities, in their backyards during World War II. That is the impact that growing your own food can actually have. But actually growing your food in your community, in these urban farms, the food itself is actually the least important contribution. Now, there's one thing about this. There are very serious problems with our food system. And the number one being that not everyone has access to affordable, healthy food, especially in the Black community. Only 8% of blacks in this country. We only make up 13 to 16%. And only 8% of that 13 to 16% live in a census tract with a grocery store. This is where you have terms like food deserts come into play. So it's a layup. It's common sense that these communities where fresh food is scarce, it's a win to grow your own food there. Especially in today's times where, we have the supply chain issues. When you have small, localized farming or growing, that equals food security. Food security. Small, localized farming is what equals food security. This is something that we can control. This is something that we can do for ourselves. This is something that we can create for ourselves. We can create our own food security just by growing some food. Now, outside of food security is not a primary goal for most participants and supporters of community gardens and urban farms, according to this study, and should not be promoted as such. Now, there are a lot of social benefits of urban farming. Some of the social benefits, especially in old industrial cities like Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, they've been pushing community gardens and farms as a way to revitalize neighborhoods falling into disrepair. And there's a lot of evidence that urban farming is quite valuable in these major cities that are falling into despair. Johns Hopkins authors cite a number of studies showing that the presence of urban farms associated with improved neighborhood aesthetics, it reduces crime and community cohesion. Now, when a community garden is established in a neighborhood, it is also noted that property values usually increase in the surrounding area. So think about it. It makes the neighborhood look better. It reduces crime and community cohesion. Because that community, if you really get enough urban farming and gardening going, the people are participating in that work that it takes to make that community garden flourish. Community gardens increase social bonds and networks among neighbors and the people who participate in the farming. It helps to bridge gaps, reduce existing tensions, and foster integration between otherwise segregated groups. Digging in that dirt brings people together, y'all. That's why we really encourage here at B1AG for people to really get their families involved, to get your cousins involved, to get your neighbors involved, because it's something that will make you a tighter, more cohesive unit just by feeding each other. Outside of feeding each other food, that bond you create over growing that food, you're feeding each other love. You're feeding each other love, y'all. There's a lot of social value in just growing your own food. And the last thing I really want to talk to you about, which is a little studied aspect of urban farming, is that they really teach us to appreciate food better. There is a real need to reconnect people with how to grow food. Today's food is highly processed. There are people that they just do not understand or have lost that connection to how food is made and what real organic food even looks like. Growing your own foods, learning what it takes to grow different crops, it can give you an appreciation of the work that it takes to really grow food and also have a better grasp of the seasons and which fruits and vegetables grow better in different seasons. You can learn why food waste occurs. You'll see firsthand the ins and outs of this complex food system that most of us have lost touch with. There are a lot of benefits to growing your own food. The more people that we get involved with growing our own food, this gives us an opportunity to not only make our own families and communities more food secure, but the more families and communities that participate, it gives us an opportunity to develop food hubs. Now, we're producing enough food to where we can connect these communities with each other. Now we have solid food hubs to where we can really fight hunger. We can truly fight food insecurity. There's no need for hunger. We have all we need to grow food. Now, these food hubs, they would work closely with small-scale farms and businesses to help them meet the demands of their buyers. A food hub's main purpose is to help small farmers gain access to the larger markets. There's a bag in this, y'all. Say if you get your whole block or your whole hood to participate, somebody's going to want to buy that food, y'all. Feed yourself first. Sell what's extra. Agriculture is a $1 trillion business. A $1 trillion business. And guess what, y'all? We all have to eat. If you want to know what the bag is, look at ag. Look at agriculture. Now, we're talking about the real value of urban farming. We must understand that farming, urban farming is a lot different than your conventional farm. Conventional farming is done horizontally. You need a lot of land. Land comes at a premium when you're in the cities. So this is what it looks like. They're turning these neighborhoods that are looked at as eyesores and making them green spaces, making them safe places, creating jobs, feeding people right where the people need it most. In these most food insecure places, in the hood, in these projects. In New York City, there are 6 public housing projects that are starting, projects to grow food in 6 New York City housing projects. They're developing grow your own food programs because they work. They're transforming our neighborhoods. They're giving people a more positive outlook on life. When you grow food, you're growing more than food. You get to see you grow your mind view, your world view. How you see the world changes. You grow opportunities. You grow community. And as I stated in the beginning of this podcast, you literally grow love. It's funny how people are less upset and mad and angry when their stomachs are full. Did y'all catch that? Maybe that person down the street that's always angry or wanting to rob somebody might feel a little better if they got food in their stomach. They might have a better outlook on life if they know at least they're not hungry. This is in Brooklyn. This picture I'm showing you now, this is in Brooklyn. Right in the housing projects. Look at all that food they're growing. It's an opportunity for us to increase our health. Health is wealth. Food is wealth. Now with urban farming, because there's not a lot of land, they're going all out with like hydroponics. They're getting more intricate hydroponic grow systems that they're putting on rooftops. On the roof of these projects and buildings, look how much food they're growing by using water. 90% less water than conventional farming. And they're able to grow better, more nutritious produce in the middle of the hood, in the middle of cities. Taking advantage of vertical space. This is a picture from Plenty Farms in Compton, California. Look how much food is being grown vertically. It's being more efficient with the land that we do have available. Plenty Farms, right there in Compton, California, home of the drive-by. That one farm is employing 50 people from the community. 50 plus people from the community. It creates jobs. It creates hope. It creates an economy. Because all civilization is built around food. Because we all have to eat. If we ain't eating, we ain't doing nothing. If we're not eating, we're not doing anything. That's why it's important that we do sign up for the Grow Hard Garden Challenge 2022. Sign up. It's free. This is the Eventbrite page at the bottom of the screen. Write it down. Rewatch it. Press pause. Write it down. It's free. And when you sign up for the Grow Hard Garden Challenge 2022, we have a lot of information that we like to share with you. We show you different ways to grow food, whether you want to till or no-till gardening, lasagna gardening, how to grow food out of straw bales, hay bales. If you don't want to, if you don't have any ground or dirt you want to dig into, we can show you how to grow food out of a hay bale. That food, that hay bale, acts as soil and will grow food. Container gardens using buckets, pots, bags, old tires, old Tupperware, barrels. We can show you how to, we will show you how to grow your food in these containers. So you don't have to dig, if you don't have ground to dig up, if you can put these buckets on your porch, put them on the side of your house, put them on your balcony, line your steps with them. Take all those old milk crates that were used in the milk crate challenge, flip them over and put some food in it. Vertical garden, let's get smart. If we don't have a lot of land, a big sprawling, acre of land, let's grow upwards. Let's grow upwards. We can show you how to do this. You get more plants, more food, more produce per square foot when you grow up. And there are a lot of systems, even you can build your own inexpensive system to do this. Hit us up at B1AG@gmail.com. And we will share this information. Sign up for the Grow Hard Garden Challenge 2022. Again, this is the Eventbrite page. When you sign up, we have a lot of free information to share with you. If you want more, just deeper instruction on how to grow your own food, go to healthyblackfood.com. Farmer Brown and I put together a great program, entertaining program, an easy to follow program to show you how to grow your own food. And again, we share a lot of free information because we all have to eat. I want everyone to eat because I don't want y'all coming to eat me. I don't want y'all coming to eat me. Especially when I know we all have a seat at the dinner table. We all have a seat at the dinner table. Food prices are rising at the grocery stores. There's shortages at the grocery stores. Let's stay ahead of the curve. Let's start growing our own food. During World War II, they called them victory gardens. During 2022, let's just call it being smart. Let's just call it being food secure. Let's just make sure that we all have something to eat. Let's make sure that they won't price us out of the grocery stores the way they're pricing us out of neighborhoods. Again, urban farming, urban gardening. Yes, it produces food, which is great, which is what we push, but it also beautifies the community. It brings the community together. You grow love, you grow cohesiveness, you reduce crime, you create economy. Let's do it for ourselves, y'all. Let's do it for ourselves. HealthyBlackFood.com. Go sign up. If you want more information, hit us up at B1AGHipHop@gmail.com. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So let's get ready and stay ready. And another one of our goals, we're fighting against this algorithm, y'all. They push all this negative stuff on us, all these negative images of our people. We want to flood the algorithm with this B1 algorithm and show them that we can grow too. That we can grow, not just destroy.
Push a black algorithm. Ancestors, they mastered the systems. We raising your bosses, no victims. Planting that knowledge curriculum. Blessing the boost with the nutrients. The darker the berry, like Nubian. Dropping receipts like I'm Julian. The streets with that food like Peruvian. Trapping the herbs and the fruits and the veggies. CSA boxes, my package is heavy. Ship across town in the bed of my Chevy. Printing them up, growing hard, but that baby. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta scramble. Bet on black farmers and growers, no gamble. Reclaiming our pain cause the game is in shambles. Blessed with that melanin, carry the mantle. Mothers and fathers of civilization. Black to the garden with food cultivation. Building back better through black innovation. B1 community growing the nation. Genetically designed to be the dopest. Stoking that growth mindset. Codified, now we focus. Farming on track on track. Be the fam, break bread with them. Pushing that B1 algorithm. Now watch me get them. Watch me get them. Pushing that B1 algorithm. Be the fam, break bread with them. Pushing that B1 algorithm. Watch me get them. Watch me get them. Pushing that B1 algorithm.
Hey, y'all, I put a link to the Eventbrite page for those watching live on YouTube right now. And just let me say, I just love the interaction going on in the comment section. I love that, y'all are speaking amongst each other and exchanging ideas amongst each other and encouraging each other. Because it's going to take all of that, y'all. It's going to take all of us to encourage each other to grow harder, to become more self-sufficient, to make sure that we all can eat. We're all food secure. There shouldn't be anyone hungry. We have all the ability and everything we need to grow our own food to where we can at least supplement our diet. We can grow enough to add to our diet. And whatever we grow, it's going to be healthy because we growing it, y'all. I grew up farming with my grandfather in South Georgia. And that's one thing I never had to question whether the food I ate was good for me or not, because I helped grow it. Our cows, when I ate a hamburger, hey, I fed this cow. I know what this cow ate. I gave this cow his water. I know it's clean water. I fed that cow corn and corn stalks. And just economically speaking, this is no lie, y'all. We would kill one cow per year. One cow per year. That one cow fed the whole family for an entire year. And when I say the family, I ain't talking about just everyone that was in our house. I meant the family. We gave away so much meat and still had plenty to eat off of one cow. When you have a good harvest, trust me, you're gonna reap the benefits of it, not just health benefits, but you have to go to the store for less. You'll see the difference in your pockets. Check us out on the Black Boss channel, theblackbosschannel.com. They support B1AG, Daily Bread Podcast. But make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to B1AG Daily Bread Podcast on YouTube. Let's grow this channel. Let's grow food security. Let's grow our communities. Let's grow this love. Because at the end of the day, like Farmer Brian always likes to say, if you really, really want to know something, learn how to grow something. I'm John Henry Harris, holding down the fort for Farmer Brian EMC. This is B1AG Daily Bread Podcast. Let's grow harder, y'all. Look in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube, and check out the links. There are links in the description of the video that will take you directly to the Grow Hard Garden Challenge, that will take you directly to healthyblackfood.com, that will take you directly to where you can search for a black farmer near you. Links that take you directly to our merch store. We got some great graphics, y'all. Help support the channel. If you want to donate to the channel, look in the description of the video. Let's grow. Trust me, everything that Farmer Brown and I do, we put it right back into this channel. I've been working with Farmer Brown for 25 years. We've been pushing this ag talk for over 10. I'm talking about getting out in the community, doing community engagement, after school programs. And we have mastered, trust me, Farmer Brian, we mastered doing the most with the least. We've mastered that, doing the most with the least, helping the most kids with the least amount of money, producing the most for these kids with the least amount of money. We've mastered that. So anything that you contribute, trust, it will be used very well, and it's going right to where it needs to go. We want to make sure that our children grow, make sure that our children have a bright future, make sure that our children can conceptualize and visualize a bright future. We're getting old, y'all. We got to make sure that our children are there for us too, just like we're there for them. It's a cycle of life. Let's plant these seeds. Let's nurture. Therefore, we can all reap the benefits of a bountiful harvest. Again, I'm John Henry Harris. Y'all be blessed, be loving. Make sure you get some sun on your face. Feel that breeze. Let's get our prints in the mud and these seeds in the earth. And let's get to growing. Peace.